Boom. But here nonetheless. Oh, it's time to go. We got a show tonight and tomorrow. That's doing comedy 3 days in a row. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I'm a couple minutes late, but you know. Hey, what matters is I'm here. That's the only thing that matters. Work is pretty smooth, you know. I'm back. We have different routes with this particular job that I work. And I'm back at the original route that I started. Completed the cycle. I think it's like 6 or 7 we got. Let me see if I can remember. I don't got nothing but time, so let me see if I can remember all the routes. It's propane, and then what was next? Then it's Chicopee, then it's UMass, and after UMass, I think it was cleanup. No, after UMass was Vermont. No, after UMass was cleanup, then Vermont, and then I think it was Connecticut. Yeah, I think it's like 6. Yeah, so we finished the cycle, man. 7 means completion. So back to the beginning. Nobody here. Nobody even cares. But I'm still going to rock and talk, even if it's just for me. Chronicling what I've been doing, man. Lately, you know what I'm saying? I've been, oh my God, my head is itching. Been putting together the book, man. As below, so above. It's a book of just ideas and philosophical thoughts that I have, and just different ways of looking at reality. And every day, I've been adding to the. So far, I'm doing the main, the outline part. I'm outlining each chapter, and it's based on my podcast episodes, man. The source of information for my chapters is my podcast, yo. Almost, I want to say 90% of my podcasts, I say something deep or philosophical. I go on some type of philosophical tangent, and I be thinking to myself, dang, man, this could be some really useful information to somebody that's interested. And not everybody watches YouTube or, you know, pays attention to it, or can even like reference or remember, you know, like when I talked about a specific situation. So why not just document and chronicle everything? You know what I mean? I know everything is chronicled, everything is documented. Why not just my head is itching like crazy. Like, why not convert it into book form? You know, I've always, and there's another book that I don't think I'm eventually going to become an author. There's another book I was working on as well. It's more of like a horror, like a thriller type. But I got the basic overall idea of that book, and I've had this idea for that particular book for like 15 years, and it's never put it to page. So eventually that's going to come together. But before we get to there, we need this philosophical book. I don't want to call it self-help, because I'm not saying it will necessarily. I'm not trying to make it you like cake. That's what's up. Hey, if it make, what's your name? Live to Survive 45558 45 live to Survive 4558. If you like cake, that's what's up. I like cake too. It depends. What type of cake do you like? What do you fancy? See, I'm more of an angel foods. I like the lighter, fluffier cake. Chocolate cake is cool. Devil's food is cool if you mix it with ice cream. You know what I'm saying? It's strange, man. Like, black folks will probably think I'm color struck because of the things that I like, and they tend to be of a lighter complexion. Like, when it comes to grapes, I prefer the green grapes over the purple. When it comes to ice cream, I prefer vanilla over the chocolate. Now, with apples, I prefer like the red over the green, Honeycrisp. Even though green, they're good, but they got a little sour. You know what I'm saying? But I prefer the vanilla ice. I prefer Sprite over Coke. And it just so happens that all these things tend to be lighter. You know what I'm saying? But give me vanilla over chocolate any day, because vanilla you could pretty much almost put any pastry, any like fruit with it, any type of mixed nut or anything like that. You can like put a pause. I said that's. You can almost put anything with it and it'll work. Chocolate, I think, is far more limited with the things that you can add. But like, you know, a nice good chocolate ice cream with some nuts, that's cool, with some fruit. I think it works too, but I don't know. I've always vanilla with some crumbled up cookies. Like chocolate with crumbled up cookies, like too much. It's too sweet, you know? But I prefer like an angel food cake over a devil. Like when my mother ever makes me a cake for my birthday, it's always a white cake. It's always white base. I know for my birthday, I told my girlfriend, I was like, don't give me, she wanted to give me an ice cream cake. I said, as long as it's not chocolate base. And so I guess she just misunderstood the assignment and just got me like a strawberry base. Like, no. To me, like strawberry ice cream is good in spoonfuls, but not to have a whole sheet cake of strawberry, like gross. We only ate a little corner of that. You know, stuff. I live with people in my house, and I brought that home. Stuff that's delicious gets consumed. That cake, it's not that it was. It's not that it's not delicious. It's just too much strawberry. It's overpowering. Just, you know what I mean? So when I explained it to her, I was like, vanilla base, meaning the base of it is made with vanilla, not the base of it made with strawberry. Yeah, but that's a communication thing on my part. She understands now. She was kind of sad that I didn't like. I'm like, listen, I can't force myself to like be in love with strawberry cake. It's gross. It's too much strawberry. Yuck. Now, if it was vanilla base with hints of strawberry, oh, by all means, I would have crushed it. I would have knocked it down. And thank y'all for those that's popping in, giving me likes. You see what's pinned in my messages. I got the Cashapp, the Venmo, the PayPal. I've been doing this consistently for 20 weeks. We are on episode 104. So if you like what I do, if you want me to upgrade this situation and eventually take myself away from the daytime work situation because I'm being taken care of this YouTube and this social media, and you want even more content, hey man, do your boy a favor and just drop something in a collection bucket, because I can only do this with y'all. If nobody ever showed up and never watched me and never viewed me, I wouldn't have a show, man. And it's crazy, when I said that, the viewership went from 4 people to 0. Hey man, but it's all gravy. My lady, oh yeah, speaking of my lady, I gotta stop at her house. I gotta pick up some work clothes. But my lady, her family's in town, so we're taking a break from each other this weekend, and you know what I'm saying? I just been on it. As far as like yesterday, I did some time at my boy Dan Rivera's room, stand up wise. I would have did it regardless, even if my girlfriend's friends weren't in town. I mean, family wasn't in town, because that's on a Thursday. Me and my lady, we don't usually hang out on Thursdays, and but I think the reason why I did yesterday's spot is because I wound up getting a guest spot at like a real show this Saturday, and I haven't been on the stage. I haven't been on stage besides since right before we went to Los Angeles. So right before we went to the West Coast, like I want to say around the 17th or the 18th of June, or this, you know what I mean? So yes, I do practice. Yes, I do rehearse my stuff, but nothing can replace being in front of actual human beings in real life, practicing your comedy craft. There's nothing that replaces that. No matter how much I try to, I never try to minimize it. You know, I'm playing the hand that I have with the full-time job and commuting 45 minutes both ways. So basically an hour and a half daily round trip commute. You know what I mean? And dealing with other health issues, you know what I mean, that may slow me down because I be in the toilet so much, I'm making the most of it. You know what I mean? Making the most of this journey. Do I wish things were more smoother in other ways? Absolutely. Can things be way worse? Yes. So I just feel, I'm grateful for the circumstances that I have, with the opportunity to perfect self, or always constantly working on self-improvement. So I'm gonna always show gratitude, but always strive to be better, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing a little guest spot tonight. Tomorrow I'm doing a guest spot at the Elbow Room. That's it. If the yard work ain't done, I'm gonna do some yard work around the house, do some cleaning, schedule a lot of social media drops for the next come out. I schedule my stuff like 5 days out, but I think I'm about to go harder and just schedule it 2 weeks out, bro. Just 2 weeks out. So I'm not even thinking about it, and I got, it's crazy. I got so much material that I haven't even cut up yet. I could literally, besides current event, like quick current event videos, but as far as my own stand-up, I'm not a skit creator. I don't do that. That's not what I do. I'm a podcaster, and I'm a rancher. That's my strength, my strong suit. And there are plenty of people like my boy Meme King, my boy Yusef, man, Q. Only got over 1 million followers, and he just does quick quotes. That's all he do. No stand-up, no routines, no skits, no negativity, just inspirational, encouraging quotes. That's all he do. So I don't have to like try to be like these other people and create these funny moments. Now, if a funny idea pops in my head in the form of a skit, I will do that. But I know editing skits and even putting together skits and directing myself, that's just not my strong suit. It just isn't. It doesn't come to me. I could probably learn it, but I have a plethora of other skills. I got over 100 podcasts that I've done by myself, and I got almost 30 podcasts, almost over 40 podcasts that I've done with other people, and I got an archive of all of that. So when it comes down to just breaking up videos and breaking stuff up and having content to constantly put out, listen, I got years and years and years. I don't have to. I don't got to chase this, man. I don't have to chase the content creation, because the content, it's already been created. It's just a matter of me just filtering it, putting it together, gradually putting it out. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm never going to stress about creating ever again for social media. I'm not stressing it, because it's all there. It's there. Like I said, the only thing, I wouldn't even say stress, but just be cognizant of is if there's a current event and I want to do a quick little riff or whatever, yeah. But I'm not the set up the skits, set up the camera, call my friends, and no knock to people that do that. More power to people that put together skits, and because all a skit is, we're just expressing our ideas on the screen. That's how we do it. Anybody that produces anything on this screen, you're just expressing thoughts and ideas in your head. And different people have different ways of doing it. Some people are adept at doing skits. Some people, they're a beast at stand-up comedy. They put their stand-up. Some people, they dope at crowd work. That's what they put out there. Some people are good at doing long form. 2, 3 hours, 4 hours. You know what I mean? Talking with panels and stuff like that. Some people do the 1 hour, the 30 minutes. Some people are good at just being philosophical. And they breaking down philosophies. Everybody got their own lane. I think the problem is when people see one particular lane and they're not getting it, so to speak, in so many different ways. It's just a matter of you finding your way. There was a big, big, big ocean of infinite resources, right? And some people have a strong river that's directly connected to that. Some people got little streams. It's all about forging your canal to get to that particular, to get to the source, you know? And not you might have a bulldozer, so a bulldozer may have easier time plowing through the land in order to get to that stream, whereas somebody else might have a pickaxe, so it may take a little longer. But if you keep working, you'll get to it. Now, you might not be strong enough to pick up a pickaxe. You might have to use a different type of equipment. And the metaphor is, everybody's not adept to use whatever equipment it is to plow through that dry land in order to break open that bank. Get it? So that the resources start flowing in. It starts flowing in, you know? The currency. Like me, when I was trying to do skits and stuff like that, I did a couple. They was all right. When I try to direct it, that's the equivalent of me being weak as hell, trying to use this giant pickaxe, boom, banging into the dirt. But it's taken me forever to reach that stream because that's not my strength. You know, and I might be digging through the wrong territory. You gotta figure that too. Some people digging through asphalt. Some people don't gotta dig. Like some people like call it easy street. Some people got it easy. They just got a clear path. They got the car. All they gotta do is drive it, and they'll go right through, right to the ocean, right to that ocean. You know what I'm saying? But then some people, they'll look at that, but you don't know how to drive, or you don't got no arms. Everybody has a different way. It's a matter of you understanding what you are most adept at, creating that path to that bank, so you can open up the dam for currency for yourself. And the path for me is stand-up comedy. But on social media, the vehicle is not necessarily skits. It's about me cutting up, you know, my crowd work clips, or maybe a good obscure joke that I don't use too often. Or just I don't care, like whatever. People bite off me still, whatever. They hear the joke again. I always tell my jokes slightly different when I tell it on stage. You know? I always try to make old jokes feel new, like I just wrote it. You know what I mean? But I'm not a skit doer. And I'm not the deep quote 2-sentence guy. What is it called? A haiku. I'm not the cool haiku guy. I'm not. That's not me. There's some people they camera close to their face, and they just do a quick reaction, and they make it $20,000-$30,000 a month. They figured out a way to break that bank open so that it works for them. They figured it out. I can't hate. You know what I'm saying? They broke the matrix. But that may not be my path per se. But when I started doing this on a daily basis, doing these YouTube videos for the past 20 weeks, we're going in week number 21. I think I gained over 100 followers. Like, as a matter of fact, you need to sub to my channel if you watch it. But yeah. But if I didn't consistently do that for 20 weeks, like, I think I had a little bit over 1,000 now. Now I got like 1,200. It may not seem like much, but for a person that pretty much does it in this format while driving home with no fancy bells and whistles or anything like that, the fanciest I go is the fact that I use thumbnails or whatever. That's about it. I don't think it's bad. I, what I do, what I could stand to do, and it's gonna help me with the AI really, is I'm doing a lot more shorts for YouTube. The thing that's dope about this going live on YouTube now with the AI is when you finish going live, they automatically develop a short for you. And all you have to do is change the privacy settings to public. So I got a bunch of shorts I got to go in and make them public or whatever. You know what I mean? Keep the channel always active, always active. It's an organism. It's a plant. It's a being. It's a deity. You got to take care of it. You got to keep tending to it. Your social media, your brand, your persona, man, is constant motion. You know what happens when things stop moving? Atrophy kicks in. Once the atrophy kicks in, it gets stiff, it breaks down. Nobody follows your page no more. You know what I mean? You gotta stay on top of stuff, man. And I think I have. I just think with my socials, it's just my thing is just a matter of just enhancing the overall look, enhancing the quality. Because consistency's been there. Right? Ain't no denying my consistency. I can brag about that. But it's about improving the visual quality. The audio improved time. And I proved it because I think 2 episodes ago, I was going to rock without this, but it was raining a lot, and my wipers was going, and I knew that you guys were going to hear the rain and the wipers, and it would take away from the message. So as the pod was going, I literally put the lapel mic on, which I would never suggest anybody do anything like that. Have your car studio set up before you do anything crazy the way I did. And literally because a lot of times I watch my podcast or whatever, once I'm done, the audio was way better. So yeah, you see me improve the visuals. I got a new phone case. You know what I'm saying? It's no longer a scratch or anything like that. So the visuals are way better. The audio is way better. I think the format is better. The resolution is much better since I switched from Facebook Live to YouTube Live. It's way better. It's like 3 times better. You know what I'm saying? I went from 360 to 1080. And I know there's a way to even enhance that. And I think the way to enhance that is because I'm using the selfie cam. But I know if I flip it around, it'll be even better. Only problem with that is if I'm filming myself like that, I can't see you guys' reactions. Like I can film out. If I film, if I turn this camera around, you can see what's going out. I don't know if that would improve the visuals. I don't know. I don't think that would matter. I think this is just what YouTube offers. I think if I do this, and eventually we're going to go to that. I'm going to I do have a Streamlabs. I'm going to connect my Streamlabs with my Facebook. And maybe once I do it like that, not only can I enhance the resolution even more, even though it's real good right now, but I can enhance it even more. But I can actually take calls or have people hop in and, talk at the same, I could do panels if I switch to that. Oh, I don't know if that would really be wise while I'm driving. I think eventually I'm going to do offshoots of this podcast just when I'm at home, man. When I'm at home, I'm getting a new laptop within a few weeks. I'm going to improve the home studio, or just mobile studio in general. I have the laptop connected to my connected to my phone, just have it right here like a cop, like a police officer. I had a keyboard right in my passenger seat. Let me run your plates real quick. But I'm brainstorming. All right. Like, if you want more success, you got to be a producer more than just a consumer. And whatever your product is, it all depends on what your interests are. Our product is entertainment, stand-up comedy. But I feel like I'm a philosopher. I am a philosopher. My product is really philosophy, man. Like I always say, I don't got the answers to the universe, but I've been living a long time just to postulate and ask, just to get folks to see things a different way, or basically link with like-minded individuals who dare look beyond the things that they were taught to them by people that were just as ignorant as they are. And I don't mean ignorance in an insulting sense, but when you think about the eternity, infinite knowledge, and the cosmos, man, we all none of us really know anything, man. So to just put the sole confidence in your beliefs on individuals that are just as ignorant as you, and you didn't try to explore and look for things yourself, I'm looking for those individuals that have that willingness. I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything, period. If you're watching this and you take this as me trying to convince you, this isn't for you. This is for an individual who is already seeking to see things different, or just to look at different possibilities. Like growing up, most of us, we were given, it's like a test, you know what I mean? And we were given 4 potential answers, A, B, C, and D. And that's it, you know what I'm saying? Even though the alphabet has 26 letters, we were only given 4 options. Well, I'm not saying I got the other 22 potential answers, but I know I got more than A, B, C, and D as far as possibilities of how to look at things, ways to look at death, you understand? Ways to look at the life's purpose in general, ways to, different ways of looking at your past experiences, different ways of looking at anxiety, different ways of looking at sickness, different ways of looking at the imagination, different ways of just, I don't know if I said it already, but just like reality in general, man. I came up with this theory that just popped in my head, man. There's no such thing as death. Yes, in the layman's sense, people do pass away, but when you look at everything, if this is true now, when you look at everything at a subatomic level, even when you're dead, there's still atoms and molecules and things spinning. Things are always spinning and moving. It may not be spinning and moving in a collective to animate the person that is you, but even when you pass away and, your bones turn to dust and dissipate, it doesn't disappear, it just redistributes. Everything is alive, yo. Everything is alive. You see a tree, you'll see a light post, you see it's fixed. You think it's not moving? Oh, it's moving. It's just moving very, 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 very slow. That's why you see things rust up and start to fall apart. That is its form of moving. It's just moving so slow that we perceive it as not moving at all. But it's alive, baby. It may not be conscious in the respect that we think we're conscious, because, we can identify ourselves and say, oh, that is a tree. Does a tree know it's a tree? That's a philosophical thing. Maybe it does. Maybe it speaks a language we just don't comprehend. Or maybe we do comprehend it, but we just choose to suppress our understanding of it. These are the type of things that I ponder and think about. Some people say, yo, that's some high-ish, man. You high? No, yeah. I am high. I'm elevated mentally. Or at least I aspire to be. And just not get caught up. Like, I love watching YouTube and the drama and Star Report and Tommy Sotomayor and all that. Sometimes they have some great broadcasts. But a lot of times it's just drivel, man. It's just ice cream. It's cookies. It's potato chips. It has no spiritual value whatsoever. It is purely to entertain. Now, but they're not always like that. It's like sometimes they will get deep. They definitely do. But they definitely exploit the fast food part of knowledge. Major. And I treat that for what it is. I love it. But as rest in peace, Self with a P, and his main man, Freeze Love, they say you got to put love in your body. And that's not just eating fruit, drinking water, or kombucha, but it's about putting positive things in your mind. I've spoken about this on a podcast. I'm going to go through all of them little by little. Instead of listening to other people's YouTube in the morning, now I've been like not listening to my whole podcast, but having AI run summaries for me. And in an old episode, I was saying in the morning, a lot of times we turn on, we look at as soon as we wake up, we look at our Facebook, our notifications, and look at different reels and stuff like that. It's just pure junk food. Why not throw on just a positive podcast? You know what I'm saying? Some positive music, some ocean sounds, some whale sounds, or something like that. Something to kind of like give your brain a rest, reset ground your brain. Like it's like walking in the grass for your brain. Because you about to deal with the pressures and the stresses of the day for the next 24 hours. So at least when you wake up, like, man, you know what I'm saying? You woke up from a nice dream. You probably had some music because of your phone playing, so you still wasn't really cut off. I'm a culprit. I always play some type of binaural beats when I go to bed. But when you wake up, just, you know what I mean? Just for when you're getting ready for work and for your commute or whatever, your morning workout, just have something completely positive and encouraging playing in the morning. You owe that to your body, man. You owe that to your brain, which is a part of your body. That's how you put love in your body. You're gonna have plenty of time to put the junk food and the fast food for the rest of the day. But initially, man, put something positive up in there, man. Give yourself a chance. And it's like, I feel like the more positive you put in, the less you crave the negativity. One thing I've learned is like, I'm definitely just really, really overhauling my diet. I've had these bag of chips in this back seat right here. I've had these bag of sweet Maui onion chips, and they're delicious. They're kettle chips that are a little bit healthier than regular potato chips. They've been back there like since before I went on vacation, man. Because for lunch, what I've been doing is and my girl kind of put me on to this when we was on vacation. We brought her like a lot of because we was there for like 5 days, so we spent a lot of money, but we didn't want to spend too much on eating out all the time. So we just did some grocery shopping. So we would have like chicken salad sliders and string beans and stuff, like just raw string beans or snap peas, crunchy. You know what I'm saying? You put them in a bag, put some seasoning on it, a little oil, a little pepper, shake it up. That has been replacing my potato chips. And it's like now, yeah, I still have a chip every now and again. I haven't had those in a while, but I don't crave it as much, man. I don't, because I've been doing something that's so positive, that's a lot more positive, that serves as somewhat of a replacement. I just look at those chips and I'm just like, I don't need it. And that same thing could apply to so many things across the board, man. Like, if you're a person that drinks soda all the time, you want to get off sodas. My biggest advice is to drink like flavored seltzer water. And initially, when you drink it, it's gonna be nasty, because it don't got the sugars, the high fructose corn syrup, and nothing like that. So your body, I'm like, man, this is just like, somebody said it tastes like salt water. Some kids, I remember I used to work at an ice cream parlor, and like the little badass kids used to come and all, can we have some water? Can we have some water? You know what I mean? So I would give them seltzer water on purpose. It's like, ew, it tastes like salt water, but they meant seltzer. So you're gonna have that reaction, but the more you do it, like, your palate will adjust. Oh man, your palate is definitely gonna adjust to that flavor change, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna come a point in time when you try to go back to the soda, you're like, oh my God, this is what I was drinking. Like we eat so much sugar and artificial shit that our our taste buds are overly stimulated, man. Like a carrot is supposed to taste sweet. Certain onions are supposed to taste sweet, but we've seen ice cream and candy. Well, I'm speaking for myself and speaking for individuals with a sweet tooth. We become desensitized. Like a banana is supposed to taste real sweet. We become desensitized, man. But once you program yourself, recondition yourself, start eating those better things, you don't even crave the bad. Like you don't crave that former stuff that was hindering your elevation, man, as much. You know? But this is across the board. It's with food, it's with entertainment, it's with the people that you deal with, all of that. You know, you set boundaries even for yourself. You set a standard. And it's just certain things and certain individuals and certain mindsets, certain foods, it's just certain things you just won't tolerate. You're like, nah, I can't. I don't crave that anymore. I don't want to deal with that anymore, man. You know? So that's all. Just keep that. I just wanted to rap to y'all, you know what I'm saying? For the weekend, man. Keeping this elevation thing going. Hopefully I served as a means of encouragement. Hopefully whoever watched this, you know, hopefully this resonated with you and it just hit you right on time, you know. I just say what popped in my mind or my heart. I didn't have a specific title, but I think once this drops, because I think I did drop some heavy philosophical iron, I'm gonna probably retitle this because I think I can get some good ideas. This could definitely potentially be a chapter because I don't think I had an episode that broke down the ideas the way I did in this specific episode. Hey, but with that being said, to all my young and up and coming comedians, there is no such thing as writer's block. If the comedy gods have not given you anything new to scribe in your head, it is their way of telling you to work out the things that they already gave you. Stay away from the nonsense, stay away from the negativity, stay away from the gossip, stay away from the rumors, stay away from the foolishness, focus on the fun and lead with love, because life is not something that happens in spite of you. Life is an experience for you to behold, so get to beholding. With that being said, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Stay safe, drive safe, be responsible, get a designated driver. Peace.